Hello peeps and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 46. I know it's been a long time since the last time I recorded something, but with holidays and other issues, this time of year, I'm sure I don't really need to say too much. But, I'm here, we're ready to go, let's get into it. So, I did do a little bit of stuff off camera, we'll get into this in a minute. I went out and actually found a jungle. I had to fly about 5 kilometers away from my base to find a jungle. But I did find it. So I have a tropical queen in here who is quite happily producing silky combs. I have in this one a blizzy queen, and I got the blizzy queen for a specific reason. That being, if we take a look at the blizzy queen in NEI here, the blizzy queen is made by crossbreeding Skulking and Wintry. Skulking is made by crossbreeding Modest and Eldritch. Eldritch is made by crossbreeding one of the magic bees with a cultivated. Doesn't matter what kind. So I think I actually used an unusual. I can't really remember. But the reason I wanted this is because if you take a look at its stats, it has longest life, fastest worker. And I wanted the fastest worker gene. So I bred the blizzy queen. I started breaking down bees in my genetic sampler here. And I now have added the speed fastest gene to my genetic template to go along with effect none and fertility 3. Now I haven't added this to any bees yet. I did, however, also get myself an imperial bee. And the reason I got the imperial is because I want access to these production upgrades. Each production upgrade increases the apiary's production by 20%. It also increases the energy consumption, but that's not a big deal for us. What is a big deal for us is that we are quickly amassing stuff in these beehives that I need to process, and I'm too lazy to do it. So, this episode, we are going to get into setting up an applied energistics system for our bees. Now, you might have guessed that from the title. I apologize for the title. I hate the use of that term, but I was thinking about I should record something before work today. Well, let's see. I want to set up applied energistics for my bees. What would a cute, clever title be? Yeah. Now, on to this thing. This is a centrifuge from Rotarycraft. And in theory, this thing is supposed to have compatibility with forestry. So that if you put honeycombs in here and give this thing enough power, it will process them. It doesn't work. Apparently, the version of Rotarycraft that our pack is using, that compatibility is broken. I am going to be looking at doing an update on the mod pack to get a couple of the mods up to date. After that, the honeycomb should work. However, for right now, we're just going to make use of some good old-fashioned centrifuges. So, we have some stuff we have to build, and we have to do that back at base. So let's head back to the base and get on with it. Probably didn't need to bring these honeycombs with me, but whatever. Alright, so on to our AE system. So, in order to set up an AE system for our bees, we're going to need a few items. And these items are going to require a bunch of those processors. Now, you can see I've got a decent supply of those processors in stock now. I've got 10 of the calculation processors, 50 logics, and 61 engineering. Should be enough for right now. If we need to, we can make more. I think I mentioned last episode my AE system is set up now so that whenever I make one of these subcomponents, it automatically crafts the processor for me. It makes it a little irritating because I can't auto-craft anything, including those processors, unless I have the processors on hand. But, we'll deal with it for right now, until I figure out something better. We are, however, going to need the basics of an AE network on the other side. Now, I could do this using a quantum link, but I don't really see the need to, because the other side, that farming thing, all I'm going to want to be dealing with right now is just the farming stuff. I may eventually link the two systems with a quantum link down the road, but right now that's just too much work. I don't want to get into it. So right now I'm just going to set up an isolated little baby AE system on the other side to deal with this. which means we're going to need an AE drive, or an ME drive, rather. So 1 ME drive. We're going to need 4 import buses. Of course, I'm missing sticky pistons. Apparently, I'm missing pistons and rubber, too. Just craft a stack of pistons. We use these things all the time. So. Alright, and do I have any slime? I have some slime balls, so we're only going to need 4 of these things for right now. And ME import buses. 4 of them. We're going to need some ME export buses. We're probably going to need 4 of them as well. Overall. We're going to need some more of those centrifuges. I'm figuring 4 should keep up, especially if I'm not planning on using them for that long. So we're going to make 4 sturdy casings. We're going to use a total of 5 centrifuges, not 4. We're going to want an item transfer node. Figures the only one I have is liquids. So we'll make a few more of these. Actually, I need some more transfer pipe, it looks like. Just gonna make make a little bit of it. And we'll grab some of that. We're gonna need you. We're also gonna want, for convenience sake, I'm gonna want a retrieval node. I don't think I have any in the system. Now, as you can see, the retrieval node is a QED recipe. So I need 2 transfer nodes, an emerald, and 2 ender pearls. All right, let's go get that going real quick. So transfer nodes, emerald, ender pearls. That's gonna get that cooking for me. Downstairs. And back into the crafting terminal. We are going to want an ME interface. No, we're gonna need a controller. We'll want an ME controller as soon as I find it in here. I'm having a hard time looking at the screen. My eye's still kind of messed up from the last time I had my eye issue, and yeah, it's not that great. Okay, pure fluix. So I need to get some fluix seeds. Easy enough, it's just fluix dust and sand. Oh, sandstone. I need sand. There we go, 4 fluix seeds. We'll just toss those in our crystal growth chamber. Won't take any time at all. There we go, 4 pure fluix crystals. Toss those in. ME controller, get. All right, we're gonna need an ME monitor. No, a terminal. Looks like I already have one crafted, so we'll just take him. And we're going to need some storage buses. Which of course is going to require a few more sticky pistons. So we'll need to grab, I'm going to grab probably 4 more of them. And I'm totally out of those. So we're going to craft 10 annihilation cores, 10 formation cores. There we go, and oh, need storage buses. Oh, I already have 4 in there. What the hell? Okay, whatever, works for me. Now, I'm also going to need a way for my system to differentiate between all of the different types of crap that I have floating around. That is going to require the use of fuzzy cards, which I already have 3, but I'm going to need a few more, I think. So, we need some advanced cards. I want a total of 8 of these things. I have no wool? Are you kidding me? I really need to automate wool. Like, this is getting to a point that's just not even funny anymore. I'm constantly flying out here shearing these stupid sheep. Like, I think after we get bees handled, next episode, we're going to do a farming episode where we're going to... Where is that sheep? He's supposed to be right here. I think next episode we're going to do a farming episode where I'm either going to use animals to automate all of this crap, or I'm just going to breed up some cotton seeds and set up an automated cotton farm, or both. I mean, no such thing as overkill, right? That'll give me the wool I need to finish this project at least. So, back down. There we go, 8 fuzzy cards. We are going to want some capacity cards. I have 3, I think that'll be enough, I'm not sure. We are going to need a lot of Fluix cable. We're going to take a little bit of those types. Okay, this should be everything we need to get a basic ME setup going up there. So let's go back up, jump back into the farming world. I know I'm forgetting something. I will remember it partway through the episode, and I will be kicking myself, I'm sure, but we'll get there when we get there. You, for right now, are pretty well worthless to me, so we're going to break all of you up. Also, for the record, I did go into the Nether and pulled out all of the bedrock that I had stashed up. I remember what I forgot. I forgot diamond chests. Let's go get some diamond chests, because I don't want to store the bees in an AE system. I think that's what's causing my errors. The errors that I've been constantly getting. I think it's having bees stored in the ME system. So I'm going to specify that drones only get stored in diamond chests. So we're going to take 3 diamond chests. Well, I've got 1 on the other side and I have 2 here. You know what I mean. Eventually going to need some more labware and stuff like that, but not going to worry about that for now. Right now, we're just focusing on getting all of this crap automated so I don't have to mess with it. So, I'm going to break up this carpenter. It served its purpose. The only thing I really needed it for was a BLizer. Tell me I have some flux duct in here. Yes, I do. Good. One more. Alright, centrifuges. Down we go. Alright. I'm going to need more chests, aren't I? It's always something. Okay. On top of this tesseract, I think this is where I'm going to set the ME controller. It's not going to have a whole lot of interactivity with anything. So, actually, I think I want it down here. No, No. What I want to do, I want to place that down. I want to have one piece of flux duct coming up here, and I want to have the controller here. On top of that controller, we're going to have our drive. Forgot storage disks. It's always something. Off the side of that drive, we're going to have our storage monitor, our ME terminal. Off of the back of the drive, back here is where we're going to have our B storage. So on these, I need storage buses. On these industrial apiaries, this is where I'm going to need, for right now, I'm just going to use the import buses, all right? I am not going to pull the drones out at this time. I'm going to keep the drones, actually, you know what? Why aren't these drones stacking? These drones should all be stacking. What is your deal, bees? Longest, fastest, slowest, snow. I don't get what their difference is. I really don't. But there's something different about them. So I may actually stop running the blizzies. Or I may just, I don't know. Anyway, long story short. Import buses on top of here. Right? In the storage buses, I think I actually just changed my plan on the go. So we're going to have fuzzy in these two. And in there, we're going to store one of these blizzy drones. I'm also going to want to store a standard forestry drone, because I think it's going to identify the two mods separately. $44.19. Actually, it might not. I don't know, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, and then we're going to connect our glass cable onto these, just like that. We're going to connect. Let's see here. Configures partition based on currently stored items. Input, output, bidirectional. Fuzzy comparison match any. Okay, now we're going to set the priority on this to 1,000. Because if drones enter the system, this is where I want them to go. I don't want them to go anywhere else. I don't want them to go into the ME drive. Speaking of the ME drive, I need to go out back to the overworld and get myself some 1K storage drives. My system knows how to make the 1K storage components. Actually, it knows how to make the 1K storage cells. So we're just going to go ahead and craft 10 of them. I'm missing some Certus quartz dust. Okay. Easy enough. Grab a handful of that. Toss him in Mr. Pulverizer here. And problem solved. Let's try that again. Give me 10 1K storage cells, please. There we go. We got 10. For right now, we can put the bevel gears away. We can put the carpenter away. The sand. I don't need the industrial coil or the gearboxes. I don't need my screwdriver from Rotary Craft at the moment. I don't need these shears. I definitely don't need the dandelion. Had to clear room in my inventory. Each one of these cells is an individual item. So, okay, back to the farming world, where we will come over to our B storage terminal. The BAE system. And we're going to connect, I'm actually not liking this because that is going to connect there unless I put something in the way. I'm going to go get a cable anchor. May as well have a bunch of them. Now, one thing to note is that this AE controller, this wireless controller, will not work on this system because it is a completely different system. If I try to use this here, wireless is out of range. So, not going to work here. Wouldn't even matter if I put a terminal on it. It would not work. So, all right. Let's go ahead and put a cable anchor on the bottom here. And we're going to connect the import buses like that. Now, this is going to very quickly, or not so quickly because I don't have any acceleration cards in, but it's going to start pulling the stuff out of the ME system and it's going to start storing it in here, right? And eventually, it's going to get to a point where it's going to start pulling out the drones too. And the drones, with any luck, will end up in one of these two chests. Now, I don't have any drones in here at the moment, so it's kind of hard to test, but these stupid Blizzy bees, every time they die, they seem to produce a new drone. So, actually, this is easy to test. All I have to do is toss the bees in here. Right? There they are. Alright, so I can now come over here and pull out all of these stupid bees. We can toss all of our buzzing little friends right in here, and they should hopefully all get sorted into these chests. None of them should actually be in the physical or in the digital storage. They should all be in physical storage. Just to make it easier, since I know it's working now, I'm going to toss them in by hand. Although actually there is one type of bee that I wanted to try just to make sure it's going to work, and that's the skulking. I've got these skulking drones here. Let's toss them in the system and make sure they end up back in. They did. Good. Pull all of these bees out. Toss them in here. And now we've got bee storage. But we don't have a way to process this crap yet, do we? So, we need a way to process this crap. It has just occurred to me that 4 centrifuges is one too many. Without getting tricky or using dense cable. So, I don't want to do it. We need our export buses, which we're going to put on top of these centrifuges. In all of these export buses, we're going to need a fuzzy card. Or no, this is not how I want to do it. Not how I want to do it. Changed my mind already. I need a chest. Because this is going to make it... Well, actually, you know what? No. The way I was thinking about doing it was to have everything export to a temporary storage chest where the transfer node and the retrieval node pulls it. But that to me seems almost like a waste when we can just do everything digitally. So, let's try a full digital solution for this. So, we're going to do it exactly as previously stated. One fuzzy card in each one of these export buses. And then in 3 of the export buses, we're going to put a capacity card. This is going to increase the amount of crap that can be sent to them. We also have, in this chest, shit tons of honeycomb that need to be processed. Now, the honeycombs, as far as I know, are all the same also, although the mundane combs, these are all 4434. The magic bees combs have a different block ID, so we might actually have to specify, you know what, let's try it. We're going to connect our ME glass cable onto here. I am going to program this export bus to take a honeycomb. And I'm going to dump mundane combs in here. We're going to see if they process. Okay, it's processing dripping. Apparently I have a bunch of other combs in here. I'm just going to dump a crap load of mundane in. Okay, it is processing the mundane combs, so that's good. So all we need is we need the capacity card to deal with the propolis and the other byproducts. So we can go ahead and dump all of our combs into the ME system and be comfortable in the knowledge that they're all going to get processed once I add the combs to the other centrifuges, that is. We'll get to that in a minute. And I think I'm going to have to check my audio again. Last episode, I had an audio glitch where I actually lost the right channel of my audio. I don't know what happened. So I had to convert my audio to mono when I uploaded it. And I just got a weird headset glitch, so I need to make sure that's not happening again. But whatever. There should be some propolis in one of these. Crystal and pollen, honeydew, we have silk wisps. There's some propolis. Oh, we got magic wax, good. Now in these, we're going to put propolis. And I think silky propolis will pull all of the propolis, so I don't think we have to be specific about that. We've proven that honeycombs work over fuzzy, so we're going to go ahead and add the honeycombs. And we're going to toss that in, and we can now be comfortable in the knowledge that it is going to send all of our combs for processing. Now, we just need a way to get all of this crap out of here so that we can continue processing, right? We're also going to want to speed this process up a little bit because right now it's running slow as fuck. But we'll get there. We're getting there. All right, so I do need to go back for a couple more supplies. We're going to need some acceleration cards, which means we're going to need some more Fluix crystals. I only have 2 Fluix left. I have 10. Is that 10 or is that 18 or 13? I can't see right now. But we need charged Certus quartz, we need nether quartz, we need redstone. I will eventually set up a way to automate the creation of charged crystals. See how many episodes that takes me to get done. And dump you, dump you, dump you, duck, so that my ring doesn't kick in. Looks like it was 13. So I now have 26. That should be plenty. Dump those in the system. I'm actually not going to need the nodes or the transfer pipe since we're going all digital. I think I do want to get another 2 diamond chests. So we're going to turn this into a gold chest. Because I really kind of do want to have 4 chests for bee storage. That way I'm not having to worry about it as much. I think clear glass from Tinker's Construct is, yep, it's a Forge Dictionary equivalent, so that's all I need for that. All right, we're also going to need some acceleration cards. And we're going to need 4 more import buses, aren't we? Figures. All right, acceleration cards. Means we're going to need advanced cards. I think I'm going to want 8. Oh well, got 9, whatever. Put 1 away. And we're going to need some import buses. I have import buses. What the hell? Did I not take them with me? I must have not taken them with me. Or I just forgot about these. Either way, we're good now. Back through to the other side. And on this side, I figure I'm going to use this side because I can't see needing to access the mutagen producer for anything. If I need mutagen, I can produce it automatically. But this might change in the future. So on this side, we're going to put import buses. And we're going to put one acceleration card in each one of these each one of these export buses. We're also going to put 1 in each one of these import buses. Wire them up just like so. And now we should see all of our stuff being pulled out. So this should keep everything running nice and smooth. Now, I'm eventually going to need to upgrade this system. 4 centrifuges is not going to handle it for the amount of apiaries that I'm eventually going to have running in here, because 4 is not going to cut it. No. We're going to need a lot more than 4 apiaries down the road. But for right now, it'll get the job done. Let's go ahead and pop down. No. Come back here. Pop down the other 2 of these. Put the fuzzy cards in. Going to take a Blizzy drone and a Forest drone. We're going to use those to program. Pop our bees back in. Set these for priority 1000. Wire them to the system. And here we have essentially a fully contained ME terminal just for dealing with bee shit. Handles management of our drones, of our beeswax, of our propolis, although propolis should, in theory, get shipped out automatically. I might have to specify propolis. I don't know. Propolis and silky propolis might be 2 different things. We'll have to find out. But this was all for a reason, and that reason was I need these silk wisps. We're going to head back home. Because I need to make another upgrade. We're going to toss silk wisps in there. And if we pull up Gendustry and we take a look at the upgrades, you'll notice that in here there's an upgrade called a Civ upgrade that takes 7 silk wisps and a bronze gear. Well, bronze gears are easy. Don't have to worry about them. We'll need 2 of the blank upgrades. That gets us 2 of these Civ upgrades. Notice that it says pollen collection, right? This is what I need to get started on my quest for the Blue Maho. If we take a look at the Blue Maho sapling, we're going to find that it is bred from a balsa with desert acacia pollen. The balsa sapling is bred from a teak with acacia pollen. The teak is bred from a dark oak with jungle pollen. So we need to get pollen from a jungle tree. Just so happens I have a jungle sapling from forestry here. We're going to get some bone meal. We're going to head back through to our farming world. And somewhere over near where these apiaries are running, we're going to plant that jungle sapling and we're going to grow it. That's a weird glitch. There we go. We have a jungle sapling, right? Right. In this industrial apiary with the blizzies, we're going to put a sieve upgrade. We're also going to put one in with our jungle bees, our tropicals, right? This is going to give us a chance of getting jungle pollen. Not crystallized pollen, but jungle pollen as a byproduct from these bees. Now, I will eventually probably put those upgrades in all 4 apiaries, but there's another type of upgrade I want to put in, and that's going to take not honey drops. It's going to take some of this royal jelly. The royal jelly is used to make the production upgrades that we saw earlier. So, back to the overworld, probably the last time in this episode. We're going to need to get some more gold nuggets because I'm about to make a shitload of these things. The production upgrade is with an upgrade frame, which we're just going to make a shitload of them. Sugar, which I think I've got plenty of. Bronze gears, which I'm just going to make a shitload of. I only have 14 bronze? Wow, I need to make more bronze. But, long story short, oh, actually, I need to make more bronze now. There is no kill like overkill. I wonder, can I do these in the induction smelter with any reasonable speed? No. But I can damn side do them out here. Fuck off, spider. Alright. No, come here. Alright, that's how we're going to do that. And, actually, in the interest of increased automation, we're going to get a humble hopper. I'm going to turn that lever off. Hopper on the side. I'll put all that good shit in there. Oh, fuck. And as I'm pouring out all of this goddamn tin, because I didn't let it alloy properly, I want the tin to melt first. Alright. We can turn that off now. Where's the rest of the... Are you kidding me? There's one frickin' nugget of tin stuck in there. Son of a bitch. Alright. Well, I guess what we'll do is we'll pour out all of the existing tin. That should give me an even number. And I need to shut that off. It's probably already too late. Actually, no, shouldn't be too late. There was still tin stuck in the servo. There we go, 12 tin ingots, which we are going to toss right in here as soon as those blocks melt. Melt. It can't because there's too much bronze in there. That's awesome. That feeling when your smelter literally cannot melt shit because it's too full. There. That'll keep it busy for a while. No, I don't want that on. Okay. Bronze get. Toss that in there. Gonna get our production upgrades, at least as many as we can for right now. Which is 1 because I didn't put the rest of the royal jelly in the ME system. There, 9. We can use up to 8 and a single apiary. So we're going to go back to the farming world. And in the apiary with our tropical bees, we're going to put 8 of these production upgrades. And in with the Imperials, we're going to put 1. That'll take him up to 5. Take him up. Any luck yet? Nope, not yet. Alright, so that is about all the time we have for this episode. So, I'm going to let these bees run off camera. I might do a little bit of the tree crossbreeding off camera because you guys, I might do the first one on camera just so you guys have a general idea of what's going on with it. But I think next episode, I'm going to start working on doing some automation of livestock. Specifically, I want an infinite supply of sheep's wool. I want an infinite supply of beef, of milk, of pork chops. I want to add meat to my diet. I've been living off of these vegetarian grilled cheeses for so damn long. I want meat. So, that's what we're going to work on over the next episode or two. This has been Nightdagger with episode 46 of Let's Play Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger. Hope you guys are enjoying the series, and I'll catch you later, peeps.